Welcome back to the Always Thinking Mindset channel, where we give you positive vibes and simple rules to achieve your goals. Now, in today's video, we're going to speak on a book review, one of my personally favorites, top three, bar none. It's called The Gap and the Gain. Now, before we review this book, if you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. It does help the algorithm. And if you love this channel, then I think you already know what to do. Let's get started. Now, in this book, I love it so much. I'm not playing with this book. Actually changed my life, but this is one of top 3 books I reference to build, just be a better person, but better perspective in life. And it is called The Gap and the Gain by Dan Sullivan and Dr. Benjamin Hardy. There's more on this title, which is The High Achiever's Guide to Happiness and Confidence and Success, which I wish you all. But let's get started on the book review. So, just to emphasize, he goes through the whole book of what is the gap and what is the gain. Now, the gap is always, it's a moving target, moving post, because when you strive for goals, you want to achieve those goals. Excuse me. So once you hit that goal, the post moves, right? So you're never fulfilled because you have a lot of ambitious people out there that just are never satisfied, never happy. They always want more. Never is enough for them. In this book, he tries to give you a reverse perspective, right? Like the gap, okay, we've seen that you want to chase new goals, you want to obtain new levels in your life, and the goalpost is always moving and you're always moving, and he's saying that that never stops, right? You're always wanting more, you're never satisfied, and that's the wrong way to look at life. So with the gain, you're supposed to look at what you already have, what you already have accomplished, right? Your future self versus your present self. And I think with the gain, a lot of people take are just they're not grateful enough to understand that they worked really hard to get to that spot. And there's a lot of people in this world that wish they were in that spot. And with the gain, you're able to lower your anxiety down and say, listen, I've come this far, I've accomplished these goals, and this is what I have to be thankful for, right? Because the line is it's kind of like you just moving this long target over and over again, and you're just striving for happiness and pushing things off, and it takes us away from that and says this is the present, these are your goals here that you have accomplished, right? And looks towards your past and your present self, but it gives you this hopeful meaning of what it is to actually complete your goals. Now, with this book, it has changed my life. This is a read and a reread, but at the same time, I mean, there's so much knowledge in here, and I want to read you one line that actually hit me really hard. It says, when your happiness is tied to something in the future, then your present is diminished, right? You don't feel happy, you don't feel confident or successful, but maybe in the future you will be. So the logic goes. What does this mean? This means that we always tie, our present to the future. You're never happy, you're never satisfied, right? I deal with this because I have this deal of ideas just coming out being vibrant, but this book kind of gives you a perspective, a life perspective at that, of be thankful, be grateful where you're at, focus on the now. The accomplishments you have. Yes, it's okay to have goals, it's okay to strive and have this future goal, but don't live in the future, live right now, right? That today is today. You don't know if tomorrow's going to come or not. But in the book, he also hits on other things such as happiness and confidence and success and how to obtain it. And yes, like I said, you have to have this mental mind shift of it's okay. It's okay to want more, but it's just not okay to live there, right? Because what about the present? You just forgot. A lot of entrepreneurs, and I know a few that they just focus on their business. They don't care about their family life. They don't care about their health. They don't care about anything. They just want to build their business, which they think as soon as they fix it, they build it, everything else will end up working out. But that's wrong because you leave them behind. Sometimes you end up hurting relationships, and you're building for what? Right? The objective was to build for them, but you end up hurting them, which is wrong. But great book. I advise everybody that wants to have mental clarity. Gap in the Gain is actually a great book to purchase. I don't These book reviews, they pay me nothing. Okay. This is just a regular guy thinking of regular ideas here, but check out my regular channel. But yeah, Gap in the Game, Dan Sullivan, Dr. Benjamin Hardy. I can go more into depth of this, but I want you to read it. And when you finish it, put it away, and then later on bring it out again and reread it. You'll get so much substance out of it. And that's pretty much ends the book review for The Gap in the Gain. If you love today's video, give it a thumbs up. It does help the algorithm, and if you love this channel, which I think you kind of do, but don't create a gap there. But anyway, subscribe, and we will speak soon.